What's up with y'all? Just Sparkstar Power back in this motherfucker and check it out. You know what I'm saying? The cause and effect. You know what I'm saying? The cause and effect is everything that plays out in our life in reality every day. You know what I'm saying? Because what is a cause? A cause is something you create. A cause is something that you are in a space of where if you're gonna be in a creations mode, creation side of things, then the effect is bound to happen. So that's kind of like how things happen when you're meditating or whatever. You know, when you meditate, you gotta clear your mind. You can't think of nothing. You know what I'm saying? Any thought or feeling that comes to your mind, you clear that shit out. Now, when you're going through that's the cause. You're trying to go upon life as more fluently. You know what I'm saying? And the effect is that once you go through that little outcome, you're open to new thoughts and feelings, but not the ones that you're like set for. You got the more clairvoyance energy, you know what I'm saying? But that's like a cause and effect in a totality in that aspect, you know what I'm saying? So make sure when you're doing that like cause and effect energy, it's not really an energy that you gotta make sure to be, but you gotta be in a space of where you know what the fuck you're doing, what the fuck is going on with that cause and effect. So, you know what I'm saying, like anything you do towards anything is going to be a space of where the effect is going to happen in any area in your life. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like for example, let's say you got a bike. Your goal is to bike around your town or bike around your city or wherever you do. Well, not city, but that's kind of crazy. But you know, bike when you know saying get halfway or get back in your city or back in your town or back in your state, whatever you're doing, right? You're biking. So the cause is you want to bike. The effect is you lose weight, or the effect is you start to sweat, or the effect is you burn calories, or the effect, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. So that's the space of where you are going to be in, because that's the cause you created for yourself. The cause is an important thing in your life. You know what I'm saying? The cause is what you do, because the cause is what you're in a space of where if you're not gonna cause anything, you're not causing no havoc. You're not causing no nothing. You know what I'm saying? So understand that the cause is something that you want to be in a space of where you're in good frequency vibrations. We're in a cause state of being. You know what I'm saying? Because the cause is what is gonna be the outcome. The behold. The what's I want to look for? The it's a word, but the outcome basically. You know what I'm saying? And the effect is going to be what you create out that outcome. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna the energy of what you want to be at doing at all times. You know what I'm saying? Because that's gonna be what is gonna be the proof and the pudding on what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because the cause and effect is what's really the important outcome in your life. You know what I'm saying? So you can be a lazy bum, and that's the cause. The effect is you don't get no manifestations. You don't get no nothing. You don't get no energy. You don't get no nothing. So that's your cause and effect. You know what I'm saying? So your cause and effect is important in your life, because the cause and effect is what creates the outcome in your life. The energies, the vibration, the frequency, the everything, the state of being. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? The cause and effect. So make sure when you're understanding the cause and effect, it's kind of like this: be open-minded in certain things in your life. You know what I'm saying? Be open-minded. Don't be closed-minded, because closed mouths don't get fed. So if you're in a space of where you're not open to even be broad-minded, then you're not going to be a space of where you're not open to be valued or valuable in your life. You know what I'm saying? Because you feel like what you're doing is not worth it, or what you're doing is not gonna get you to a space that you're trying to get at in your life. And that's gonna be the effect that you bear. That's gonna be the fruit that you bear. So if you're gonna be in a space like that, make sure that outcome is more open. You know what I'm saying? Is more outstanding. You know what I'm saying? Be miraculous in your life. Be marvelous in your life. Be spectacular in your life. You know what I'm saying? Don't be half-assed in your life. You know what I'm saying? Even if you feel like what you're doing is not going to be going forth all the way. At least try to do something bigger in your life. Try to do something different, because you do something different, now you're in a space of where that actual different energy is more what that's gonna be at as the effect purpose in the long run. So that's that for that kind of energy, for so y'all can understand that. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be a space of where, like, for example, let's say you want to be in a space of where you want to go out in the world. That's the cause. The effect is whatever you went out for the world to do, that effect energy is gonna be what's gonna bound to happen. So it could be you went out to the world, to the studio. You wanted to go to the studio. You went out to go to the carnival. You know what I'm saying? The cause is you going to the carnival. The effect is you had fun. Or sometimes you may not have fun. Sometimes you may have hurt, like you may have hurt yourself. You may have busted your ankle trying to ride on a ride or some shit like that. I know it's kind of impossible, but you know what I'm saying. You kind of, let's say you slipped. You try and get there fast. You're running and you slip. Shit! You fucked yourself up. That's the effect. So you were too overexalted your energy. You was kind of like a kid at its Neptune. You know what I'm saying? Overexalting themselves. So a kid at Disney World and overexalting themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like what you did. You went too overboard. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that energy is doing. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you're not in a space of where you're doing shit in moderation. You're doing shit too much and you're going too overboard with that energy. So you want to make sure that whatever you're doing, you got your goals and your passions down pat, so you know what to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be the cause in that area in your life. So when you know what to do, how to come up with that outcome in your life, that your cause and effect becomes really easy. And then at the end of the day, or at the end of the road, or not even at the end of the road, but later on, you become not giving a fuck about the cause and effect, because you realize your whole life you just experiencing, and that experience becomes the actual cause and effect in totality. It's kind of like a trinity. It's just kind of like a trinity aspect. You know what I'm saying? We're always going to be going through a trinity aspect in our life. So that trinity aspect is what you're going through, and then you just start to go through life and without even caring too much, you just start having fun. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. It's about you having fun and just living life. You know what I'm saying? So when you got your testimony going down, you got your own, you know what I'm saying? You got your own little thing, your own little, you know what I'm saying? Energy, or whatever you want to call it. You got your own little vibe. You know what I'm saying? You got your own little vibe going on, and you don't gotta, you know what I'm saying, feel like you gotta be in a coexistence. You in a co-creation mode. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you want to be at, because that's the space of where if we're gonna be in spaces like that, we're always gonna be more intrigued in our situations, more not entertained and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? All that shit is gonna be a space of where what you're doing is gonna be more powerful in your life. What you're doing is gonna be more recent, or not recent, but more expected by you, because you're the space of where now you're a valuable person, and you being valuable, it was just by being yourself, just by not giving a fuck. So that's the space of where we always want to be at, because that's the space that creates the energy for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And that's the space of where what we're doing it for, especially if you're doing it for God, you're in a wicked path, because now you're doing shit beyond this world, and beyond this shit is beyond even nothing, and that's the point. You're doing this shit just to become like nothing. You're not like nothing, but connected to nothing, because that's what God is, nothing. So when you understand that, you're more in an expanded mode. So you understand the expansion, contraction to a T, and you understand how to go upon that without even getting lost in the sauce. And that's the space of where you connect with your true self, because that's how you connect with yourself. Being yourself is how you become become as no thing, or become like no thing. But you can never be like no thing. You can never be like God, but you gotta if you're gonna be on its duties and obligations, then that's what you gotta be on. You gotta be on its duties, obligations, and that's what you always want to be at, areas like that. But besides that, I'm kind of going beyond the cause and effect, because cause and effect is beyond what I'm trying to get at. The cause and effect is what you just go upon in your life, and the effect is what you experience. So that's the space of where we're always going through that in our lives. And sometimes when you live life, you may not even think of a cause and effect, but you understand that cause and effect is beyond words, because the cause and effect is what we go through out in our whole lives. So understanding that is what gets us better off understanding the understatements, the underestimating energies, and all that shit, because you underestimate yourself. You're powerful. The mind is powerful, and that's a true weapon. And Just Spark Star Power, we out on this motherfucker.